Okay, so when you're standing right here, come back in the field of vision for me, Sergeant Brooks, if you would. Thank you. Now, when you're standing right here looking towards the Pentagon, and you saw the plane in a rapid descent after it passed the station on the north side of the Citgo station, what did you see?
Okay, what I seen then was the plane going directly in front of the building. And what seemed to be a quick second, we just seen a boom, and everything just, a great ball of fire just goes straight up in the air. And it's just right on the impact, just a great ball of fire. Were you able to literally
actually see the plane impact the building?
Correct. From this location, where I'm standing now, directly turning around and watching that plane literally go into the Pentagon, which is currently located over there.
Right.
Directly.
Okay, and did you see it hit any light poles?
No, we didn't see it hit any light poles.
Okay.
But of course, the trees and everything else was everything was kind of blowing back and forth here. I guess because of the altitude of the plane and the velocity of the plane. Everything seemed to kind of be blowing.
Sure. Okay. Now, can you describe the plane for me?
It's a big plane. I don't know if it was a 737. I'm assuming it was a 737. It was a fairly large plane. I guess it was one that carried a lot of passengers. It was not one of those small Cessnas that everybody was saying. It was not one of those medium planes. A very large plane, which I'm pretty sure was accommodating a lot of personnel.
Did you see any other planes? There's a report of a C-130 in the area that was following it.
At that time, the only thing I seen was the plane that actually hit the Pentagon. I did not see any other plane.
What color did the plane look to you?
It's more like a champagne type, almost like the booth that we're currently looking at that's right there.
Okay, so you're saying to you it looked quite similar to that booth right there.
Correct.
So kind of like an off-white.
Off-white, correct.
It was like an off-white. And did you notice any colors or markings on it?
I don't recall. I know I think it was United. I believe it was United. That was the only markings I seen.
Well, what do you mean you saw? What type of United markings? What did you see?
Just a regular logo.
That looked like?
It was in blue letters, United.
You saw blue United letters. Did you see any stripes on the plane?
I don't recall. Like I said, it's everything happened so quick. It just happened.
It happened so quick, right?
Yeah, I glanced up and then turned around. So.
Okay, we're talking with Sergeant William Lagasse. We're still here at the Navy Exchange, what used to be the Citgo station. We're looking at the Pentagon right over this way. That's the point of impact. We're on the north side of the Citgo station right now. Sergeant Lagasse, can you please just explain to me what you saw on 9/11?
Sure. Basically, I was here refueling my vehicle. Had my door open.
You were standing in that area right there?
Well, I was actually standing here.
Okay. Now that I know that, why don't you come around here to the front of the car so I can see you better and hear you better?
All right, so I was standing by my door because I had the lock on the fuel to just let it go without the lock. And I had a working dog in the back, and I was talking to my working dog. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw something and turned to look at it. When I turned to look, right about here, I actually didn't hear it. I just knew it was by me.
I'm sorry, you say you did not hear it?
Did not hear it.
Okay, can you come a little closer so I can hear you better? All right, that's good.
All right, basically, didn't actually hear the aircraft. I saw it first. Heard it after it was going by me. Made the identification immediately as American Airlines. It's a bright silver. It's one of the only non-painted airliners, so it's pretty distinctive.
No, I'm sorry, you said it was, non-painted.
Yeah, it wasn't painted. It was just aluminum. It was shiny.
Okay.
It had the the blue and red stripes on it, but the fuselage on those is usually just polished aluminum.
Okay.
So I identified it right away as American Airlines. I have enough experience with aviation and aircraft that I can identify stuff pretty easily. But the matter of time that it went from where I was into the building, you know, probably less than a second. I mean, but enough that I saw that there was no landing gear down, there was no flaps down, there was, you know, the window shades were shut because you couldn't see any difference. I mean, it was just white in the windows, which would indicate to me that the shades had been pulled down. And it flew into the building with very slight, control movements. The plane didn't yaw substantially until it hit the building, and it kind of slewed into the building, which I guess is indicative of it hitting the building and then kind of, smashing into it.
Can you describe that again? It did a what into the building?
A yaw.
Oh, okay.
It moved on its yaw axis, meaning the tail, instead of the plane just doing this, kind of from here, it looked like the tail went in. It didn't hit at a 90-degree angle. It was not flush. It hit off center.
Okay.
So I mean, it wasn't like it went in this way. It kind of went in at an angle. And then
it only made that angle at the very last minute. Is that very last second, rather?
From my point of view, yeah.
From your point of view, okay.
Zero % chance it was a missile. 0% chance it was a Global Hawk, which is a new one.
No bomb that was thrown into the building.
Yeah. Like I said, detonation versus deflagration. Yeah, there was an explosion, but it was not a detonation. It was a deflagration. And all the junior scientists out there can figure that out. I'm an explosive detection canine handler. I know about explosives. I've seen enough of them go off when we blow up our own training aids for tests and for demos. It wasn't a detonation, it was a deflagration. Indisputable.
Did either of you actually see the plane clip the light poles? So I just want to ask this question again to reiterate it.
Like I said, you can't really see the light poles from here, so I didn't see it hit them. But obviously it did, because they were all knocked down.
And again, what I stated in my earlier interview was the movement of the trees, the movement of the poles.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I never said it was knocked down, but just the velocity and the angle of the plane really swayed these poles and trees. As you can see, these aren't dogwood or little small trees.
You saw the tree sway?
Yes.
Okay.
Very,
did you feel it?
No, I didn't.
Okay. But as far as the light poles, you didn't actually see them
I didn't see it.
Okay.